Alright guys, and now for the next part, it's a little more simpler than what you guys just did, so hopefully you guys got the last part. That's why you guys are moving on, right? Yeah! But okay, after the last I know my Redeemer lives, the next part is, let all creation testify this life within me, cry, I know my Redeemer lives. So here's how it's going to go, okay? We go back from, the cool guy pose to this. Redeemer lives. Now, left hand back to your back. Right hand's here. Let all creation testify. Let this life within me cry, I know. And back to my Redeemer lives. Okay? So once again, it's a little tricky, so let me kind of go through that slow again. It's let all and then on Asian, just like the salt shaker, black pepper, yeah. Asian, on testify, your right hand goes under your left hand. Testify, and then when you're down here, your left hand goes on top of it. Testify, they both go up together, and at the end of testify, you do the house TP thing you're doing, do that. And then let this life just kind of shift down to your right. Let this life, it's going to look like this. Your left hand just kind of does like a semicircle again over your right hand. Let this life, right under left again, within me. And then your right hand, when you do that, it's going to come to the left side of your chest. And your left hand goes back again. And then on cry, I, you can go into like a salute pose. So let's go back from right here. Let this life within me cry, I, and we go back to the chorus. I know my Redeemer lives. So yep, need help? Keep watching that again, and here's how it looks like with the music. Okay, you guys doing good so far? Alright, so now that we're done with the chorus, we're going to go into the second verse. And second verse, this time, my group will begin. So group 3, we're the first. Nancy's group 2, you'll be second again. And Chrissy's group 1, you'll be third. So once we do the "And my Redeemer lives," we all go back to this position. And the next line would be, the very same God who spins things in orbit, I believe. Yeah, okay. So it's really simple. So this is all it is, okay? Heads down. It's just the very same God that spins things in orbit. So all it is, the very same, your left hand should be, just comes up and does that. And then, same, your right hand should come up too. So like, the very same God. So it's kind of like you're doing a cross, Very same God. Sorry if my hand's not straight, but yes. So very same God, keep it straight, who spins, once again your hand just, faces the audience, who spins things, you just do a full circle in orbit, and then you kind of stop here, just do like a curve, Stop there and your hand just goes there. And this time, we're not going back to this. Once we're done with that, we go here and we just stay there. And we just stand there until the end of Chrissy's verse, because that's where we all come back together again. So, yeah, here's what it looks like.
The very same God that spins things in orbit runs to the...
Okay, now I'm going to teach the second verse, and this is right after Tim their group goes. and it says he runs to the weary, the worn, and the weak. So it first starts off with your right and your left hand. So they're in a fist, and we go in a circle like this. He runs to the weary, and then you would put your head down like this. So I'll do that again. So he runs to the weary, the worn. You would kind of go in a circle like this, and your right is over your left fist. So he runs to the worn and the weak. You just let your hands go like this, and that part's really slow, so you kind of have to go slow. So it's he runs to the weary, the worn, and the weak. And this is how it looks with the music.
Runs to the weary, the worn, and the weak, and the sick.
And for second verse, for group 1, remember you guys are going last this time. So for this verse, we're going to start with our left hand, and we're just going to bring it up and take our right hand, follow it, and then we're going to pull in, cross, throw down with our palms facing outwards towards the audience. And the same gentle hands that hold me when I'm broken. And here's how it looks like with the music.
And the same gentle hands that hold me when I'm broken, they conquer.
Alright, once again we're done with the second verse like we were with the first verse. This is where we all come back together again. My group will be like this. Chrissy's group, I believe, you'll be like this. And Nancy's group, you'll be like this. And this part we're doing Conquer Death to Bring Me Victory. And so here's how it looks like, okay? So it's going to be conquered death, you push down, to bring me victory. That part, I think you guys remember that part, right? It's a good part. Okay, my group, this is how you're going to be doing it. Chris' group is done. Who conquered death? Nancy's group, pretty simple. Who conquered death? Chris's group, pretty simple too. Conquered death to bring me victory. Remember, keep smiling, smile big, cheesy smiles on that part. So, I think you guys got that. Yeah. And just in case, here's how it looks like.